Hello. So I was just reading over the transcript of the 911 call from the Devin Clark and Lyric Woods murder. And I noticed something that, it's like one of those things that once you see it, you can't unsee it, and then it makes everything else really start to fall apart, right? So when the caller first calls, it says, I guess I was just calling to report a non-emergency. Which, how do you... I guess if they got close enough and checked, they could know that they were for sure dead. But, I don't know. If I just randomly stumbled upon two dead bodies of young kids, I would probably call it an emergency. But anyway, report a non-emergency, but it's a pretty serious issue. Listen, I would like to speak to the officer in person. But what we found is we've actually discovered 2 dead bodies. We're going to move to the end of this call, okay? The caller offered to go back to the scene until officers arrived. This is on the same call, okay? We'll go back to the scene because we were on 4-wheelers when we discovered them. So we actually came home and I let my dad know what was going on. He told me what to do. So we'll actually go drive back there and we'll meet the police officers and show them where they are. I guess he could have meant that, he wants the officers to come to his house. But, at first you said you wanted to talk to the police officers in person, and then you literally asked if he had to wait for the police. It's just reading as, fishy to me. So I just want to pull a couple cards, see what I get. Four of Pentacles in the World. So it's once this person actually was on the phone with police, they realized the intensity of the situation and start to freak out. So it got really real to them in that situation, right? Or in that instance. And if the person didn't know about the body previously, you would think that it became real for them when they found the bodies, not when they called the police. It's like that adrenaline rush. I can almost feel freaking out. And that, in my opinion, would only really happen if they were on some kind of team that was involved in some way. And the 3 of Cups is kind of painting the picture of this person's emotions started to spill over, in that moment. That's when they were like, oh, now I can get caught for something, right? Because Two of Wands and 7 of Pentacles. Plans falling apart. I'm telling you that this person, this caller who did this 911 call, 100% knew about these bodies before he stumbled upon them, okay? The world symbolizes completion, the end of a cycle. How can I say this? This person when they called police and police answered and they started having the phone call police, they started to mentally spiral. You can almost hear it in the different frequency of their voice. But put yourself in this position. If you stumble across 2 dead bodies, you don't know who they are, that should be your moment when you freak out, okay? Not when you're calling police. if you have nothing to do with it and you're just being a good citizen and calling in what you see, there should be no underlying, I don't want to say no fear, because I mean, I guess there could be a murderer loose in the area. That could be what you're thinking. Could be afraid of that. Fine. But this person is like emotionally like, oh, like there's something that they felt triggered. And this card is making me think that like this person has put in a lot of hard work to move on from whatever dirt the other person has on them. So like that time period of their life where that dirt was collected, they're not that person anymore. They've moved on. They're someone entirely else, right? But it's like, I'm like getting the feeling that like when the 911 person answered and started talking to this person about what they had found, that was the moment that everything sunk in for them. It wasn't seeing the dead bodies. It wasn't stumbling across them, because he knew what he was going to find, right? When he made that phone call, that was the first point of contact that he could have gotten caught for. It could unravel at this point, and it could lead back to you to lead to the next person once more details of the crime come out. Hopefully that makes sense, but that's kind of what I'm getting. Like, the Two of Wands is about plans falling apart. So like this person was really trying hard to move on from their past, and it's like they were almost there and now they're getting dragged into someone else's mess. I just want to pull, that's it. I just wanted to do a little bit further of the energy read on the caller, because I already did the last reading was about the caller. So if you want to know more, you can look at that one. But I just want to pull some cards for the stepdad, for Lyric's stepfather. Ooh, Knight of Cups reversed. So kind of what I expected in a way. Hold on. Oh. Okay. So there was something going on with her stepfather. He was very moody. He was being like explosive anger, which is kind of fitting into a pattern that I'm seeing in this case. Tower and the Knight of Cups reversed. I feel like in the beginning, her stepfather was very like he was fulfilling a father role in her life, but I definitely feel like it took a turn somewhere. If you notice, this knight is not on like a white horse like the card was that was representing Devin. This is a black horse and it's reversed. So it's like giving the complete opposite energy of what Devin was giving her, which is that love, that friendship, that respect. It's not here. It's not here. She wasn't getting that from her stepfather. There was something big going on in that house. The Knight of Cups can also be like her stepfather having unrealistic expectations either from her and what he should be expecting from her. That could be like in planning her life, making certain moves, doing good in school. It could be that he was just expecting more from her. Ace of Wands in reverse. Oh no. I feel like my original inkling was right here, but I just want to, Six of Cups, in reverse. I'm just going to say it. Okay. I am getting the inappropriate energy that I got in the last reading, that I said that someone in some capacity feels a certain way about her that is inappropriate in some aspect or some way. That's what I'm getting from the stepfather's energy. It's almost like with the Six of Cups in reverse, it's like he doesn't see her as a 14-year-old kid that she is. There's something up. There's something up. The Ace of Wands in reverse is like a false start or hesitancy. So I'm going to pull one card to see if I should say the specific thing that I feel like this is. Page of Cups in reverse. I think that this is sexual abuse. I'm just going to say it. I think that there was some kind of, at the very least, emotional abuse. Not at the most, but on a scarier side. Essay. Okay. I can't really, I'm trying to like think of a way to explain how I'm seeing this. The complete opposite energy of what she was getting from Devin. This is someone who was causing havoc in her life. Very big problems. Very explosive energy. It's like directed. It's like directed anger, okay? Like channeled anger from him to her about something specific. This is what's making me feel like he's not seeing her as a child. He's seeing her and expecting more from her. He's disappointed in her choices or something like that. But it's really reading to me like she's being taken advantage of in a way that's scary, okay? Ten of Swords in reverse. So I feel like I feel like she was confiding in Devin about the abuse that she was experiencing at home. And like I said, he either found out a way to get her out of the situation, was trying to find a way to get her out of the situation, or had some kind of proof that he could use as leverage to get her out of the situation. And I feel like whatever that was very close to coming to light, okay? He was very close to either talking to someone about it or Seven of Wands. Standing your ground. Putting boundaries. So yeah, I'm feeling like the truth was about to come out. Devin was about to either get her out of the situation or back someone into a corner where he was like, I know what you're doing and you need to stop, or I'm going to use this proof against you. It was some kind of situation like that. The Hierophant in reverse. So yeah, he was like challenging the person. He might not have been directly challenging them, but there was something about his energy that was challenging the energy of the person who was on the abuser side. But this girl is definitely being abused. I mean, I'm allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Because the Ten of Swords in reverse also has to do with healing. Like if you look at it this way, it's almost like the swords are falling out of the person's back. So, and again, Devin was the knight, the knight on the white horse that was rushing in to save her. This is an upside down black horse. This is the anger. This is the explosive energy. This is the problem. This is the person who was causing her all of these problems. And Devin was challenging this person, coming in saying, no, you know what? I checkmate, because I have some kind of proof, and either you go along with what I say or I'm going to come and get you. Okay, he had to have some way to prove this. I'm feeling like she recorded something and sent it to him on the phone, is what I'm feeling. The Fool in reverse, yeah. So either she sent him something, some kind of proof. Whatever it was, she had good intentions of like giving him information so he could help her in some way, but she wasn't, like, the idea was good of getting the information to him, but she was somehow careless about how she did it, which makes me believe that she got caught, which, like, so it's like the person who was the abuser was now aware that someone else outside of the person they were abusing had proof about the abuse. It had to be some kind of solid proof, because otherwise I don't think it would have ended in gunshots. I think it would have been, I just don't think it would have ended the way it did if there wasn't some kind of solid proof that Devin had against the other person, because that was where the rage really came from. Let's just see what else we get really quick, actually. This case is just really not sitting right with me. There's something. Killer has a history committing crimes. And look, it's like a book with a bunch of birds. Is it that the person abused people before? Like, she's not the first abuse victim? Queen of Wands, yeah. There's at least one other woman that has been victim to the same kind of abuse that Lyric was going through. At the same time, I guess these could potentially mean that her mom was aware of the situation. Before I really go through with that, let me... Three of Swords in reverse and Judgment. Oh, I feel like her mom was either aware of the abuse or aware that there was like a toxic environment at the very least. I don't want to say that she was enabling it, but at the very least she was allowing it, okay? Or wasn't stopping it, or it had been brought to her attention and she brushed it off in some way. Because Judgment has to do with like an awakening. So like she was made aware of this situation. Either her daughter told her or someone told her like for her, but I do feel like it was someone that she should have listened to and trusted, and she didn't. She chose not to listen. Chariot in reverse. So yeah, she didn't do anything about it when she was told about it. She was definitely 100% told about it. She made the active decision to not move her daughter to the house, not rock the boat or make any waves. She chose to not do anything about it, and she definitely knew that there was something going on. If not, she might not have known the extent of the abuse. We'll look into that more a little bit later. But she knew that there was something that was not okay. Okay, so like I understand that some kids don't get along with their parents or step-parents. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that she just wasn't getting along with him. I'm saying there was something going on that was not right, morally right. And the mom knew about it. And she chose not to do anything.